Sports for Real with Coach Hall again. Happy New Year, everybody. And what a great way to bring the new year in with those great college football playoff games we had yesterday. First off, TCU upset number 2 Michigan 51-45. And then in the nightcap, Georgia escapes Ohio State after a 50-yard missed field goal sailed wide left. Now, I pretty much missed both games, but I was right on it. Everything I said had to be done by all the teams were pretty much done. In that first game, you saw TCU, they were able to run the ball. They actually stopped Michigan from overpowering them with the run and made Michigan get in the chase game. The game came down to 2 pick sixes by TCU, which enabled them to win the game. In the other game, Stroud, he didn't run as much as I thought he would, but he still had almost 50 yards. And we found out that Georgia's defense, that LSU game was not a fluke. Stroud lit them up for like 350. But the problem is their defense give up 398 to Bennett. So it still was a great matchup on both ends. But, I missed them both. But I don't see any problems with the picks I had. If I had to do it again, I'll probably tell you the same thing. So now what's going to happen when we go to the championship game with TCU taking on Georgia? Georgia kind of reminds me of the 1974 season. We've been talking about that with Franco Harris dying and the Raiders winning that Sea of Hands game and thinking they had the championship already sold up because they beat the so-called number 2 team. Well, same situation as this here. You have TCU, kind of like Pittsburgh, coming into the playoffs, kind of an underdog, an afterthought. And they win that game, and they put themselves in a position to get to the championship. If Georgia gets overexcited about getting past Ohio State and forgetting that they have to go beat TCU, they could be in for a bit of a problem. So that remains to be seen, but we'll talk about that one later. But let's just celebrate the fact that we had 2 great games to bring us into the new year, and hopefully 23 will be even better than it was in 22. This is Sports for Real.